It's Monday morning. The show starting West. The Los Angeles Dodgers 4 home runs in this one as they cruise to the win against the Tigers 8-1. They continue to win as they straight. In the standings, the Dodgers are in first place in the NL West, and the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division. The Miami Marlins combined for 10 hits as a team as they stole a walk-off win in extras against the Giants 8-4. Entering the day's action, the Marlins are in third place in the NL East, and the Giants sit in fourth place in the National League West. The Diamondbacks completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the Brewers at home 3-2. Heading into the day, the Diamondbacks sit in second place in the National League West Division, while the Brewers are in third place in the NL Central. Will Myers grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Friars took care of the Rockies 4-3. As of right now, the Rockies sit in third place in the National League West Division, while the Padres are at the bottom of the division. The Washington Nationals allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the Braves in walk-off fashion 2-1. In the standings, the Nationals sit in first place in the National League East Division, while the Braves are second in the division. The Phillies knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-3. As of today, the Mets sit in third place in the National League East Division, and the Phillies are at the bottom of the division. Jose Quintana fell short of the shutout but pitched into the 9th inning, not allowing any runs, leading the Cubs to a win over the Red Sox 1-0. Heading into the day, the Cubs are in second place in the NL Central, and the Red Sox are in third place in the AL East. The Pirates starting pitcher, number 50, collected win number 3 this year as the Pirates disposed of the Blue Jays 3-2. As of right now, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central, while the Blue Jays are in fourth place in the AL East. The Reds combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 3-0. At the start of the day, the Cardinals sit in fourth place in the National League Central Division, while the Reds are atop the division. The Rays pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 1-0. The win was their 7th in a row. Entering the day's action, the Orioles are in last place in the AL East, while the Rays are atop the division. The White Sox picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 7-4. As of today, the Indians are leading the Central Division, and the White Sox are third in the division. DJ Peters had 2 long balls and 4 driven in as the Yankees pushed past the Twins 5-3. As of right now, the Twins are leading the American League Central Division, while the Yankees sit in second place in the American League East Division. The Angels put together 10 total hits as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 6-3. In the standings, the Angels are leading the AL West, and the Rangers are third in the division. The Houston Astros pounded out 17 hits in this one as they defeated the A's in Oakland 7-5. Heading into the day, the A's are in fourth place in the AL West, and the Astros are second in the division. The Kansas City Royals allowed only 5 hits in the game as they beat in Safeco Field 3-2. As of today, the Mariners sit in last place in the American League West Division, while the Royals are in fourth place in the AL Central. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Dodgers find themselves on an impressive 9-game winning streak. They'll try to push it into double digits next. Luke Weaver, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Jacob Amaya. And with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. Here's the first pitch to him. First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondbacks squad as they begin play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, Devo, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The 2 teams playing top of their game right now. Really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
The 1-1 home is in there for strike number 2. Game time temperature a comfortable 76 degrees.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jesus Christ the King. The time is 9:45 a.m.
Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. Marte is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
Have a good one.
Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, let's see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat.
Armed police on Friday after 6 people were left injured at a hotel in the city centre. This man, who's his friend, says he told the suspect's relatives about what happened.
For strike 1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Because they are very sad about what he did, and we
That's
hope
lifted the
these
other
people
way
who
out
are
to
injured
left.
to be
After it is Peralta.
well, and
He's got
come back to
it.
their
Nice
family
play there.
again.
2
Leicester
away.
City Mayor's described a possible local lockdown as premature. The government's confirmed restrictions for the area are being considered following reports of a spike in cases of COVID-19. The Home Secretary's described the behaviour of protesters and partygoers breaking social distancing rules as unacceptable. Pretty Patel is warning anyone assaulting police officers will face the full force of the law.
And he turns this one
The
around
Scottish
high
government
and
says
deep
there
to
have been no
center
new
field.
coronavirus
Peralta
deaths
going
for the
back.
3rd day
Go
running.
crazy,
First Minister
folks.
Nicola
Go
Sturgeon
crazy.
expressed
It's a
enormous relief.
home run.
In sports, Arsenal remain on course for a 14th FA Cup triumph.
It's a
after
solo home
dramatic
run
finish
for
to their
Austin
quarterfinal.
Meadows.
They eventually won
2-1.
2-1. Leicester is taking on Chelsea about now. That's followed by holders Manchester City playing Newcastle at St James's Park. Newcastle boss Steve Bruce expects to face a backlash from Pep Guardiola's side.
Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead. The one thing they have been over the years now is the serial wins. Whether it's
So here's the cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase.
And weather forecasters are warning some parts of England may see up to 120 millimetres of rain before tomorrow afternoon. That's more than 4.7 inches. Higher parts of Cumbria and Lancashire are being told to expect very wet weather. That's the latest. I'm Kevin Go.
No balls and a strike to count.
From Global News at 5:47 p.m. yesterday.
The windup and the
Global News,
0-1.
I'm Erin Ubel. Vancouver Coastal Health
Strike
Safety
swinging,
Officer
chased a high one
Brandy's
there.
Exotic Show Lounge.
Okay, this
earlier
pitcher
this
better
week
be
in
careful
Vancouver
right
may have
here.
been
A
exposed
man at the
to
plate is not
COVID-19.
trying to push
The
something to
agency
the
is warning
opposite
of a
field.
possible exposure to people who were at the strip club from June 21st
Good job
to
to
the
spoil
24th.
that one away, and he
A number of
stays
people who
alive.
tested positive for COVID-19 attended the lounge on those days. Flood watches are up in BC for the Upper Fraser and
Another
South
0-2
Thompson
coming.
rivers. The BC River Forecast Center says that's because of heavy rainfall in parts of the central and eastern interior. There are
Bases
also
are
high
empty here
stream
with
flow
2 men out.
advisories posted for rivers and streams in the Shuswap, North Thompson, and Chilcotin regions.
Swung on,
Stelios
and he
KC
went
want
fishing in the
witnesses
dirt.
of the crash to come forward.
Throw to
The
first
collision
is in
happened
time,
on June
and the
5th
inning
near
is over.
54th Avenue and 140th Street around 11 a.m. An 18-year-old pedestrian was struck and sustained serious injuries and is recovering at home. The vehicle did not remain on scene. From the Global News Desk, I'm Erin Hugo.
From Fox News at 9:08 a.m.
Lucas
today.
Giolito, the California-born right-hander, is on
The virus has
Dan
the upper
Plesac,
hand.
what's the word
I'm
on
Pam
it?
Puso.
Hey, this guy
Fox
pitched
News.
really
That's
well in
according
his
to the
last
former
outing.
director of the
Only
CDC, who
allowing
describes
one
the
run.
increase of
If he brings that
coronavirus
kind of
cases
stuff to
in
the
some
ballpark,
states as
he has a chance to
explosive.
pitch
This virus
another
is
gem in
not
this
going
one.
to go away on its own. We have to stop
So
it.
striding
And only
in,
we can do that by working together.
He'll lead
Dr.
things off
Thomas
here in the
Frieden
bottom
on
half
Fox
of the
News
first.
Sunday, 2 states seeing soaring numbers are Texas and Florida.
Some officials in Florida claim part of the reason for the increased numbers is increased
And
testing. More
check
than
out this
40,000
Dodger
tests a
team
day
as
now
they
being
enter
carried
play
out
here
in
tonight.
Florida.
They've been pretty much
Some states within
unstoppable
the
the
state
last couple
taking
of weeks
measures
or
by
so.
themselves.
Winners of 9
Pensacola now
straight ball
requiring
games.
masks.
Maddie, you have a
Fox's
chance
Steve
to win 9
Harrigan.
ball games
Real
in a
men
row. All
wear
you're
masks.
thinking
That
about.
from
First
House
off,
Speaker
everything's
Nancy
going
Pelosi,
right.
who tells
All facets
ABC
of the
this
game are
week
coming
she
together.
supports a
Team is
mask
playing
mandate.
exceptionally
Definitely
well
long
right now.
overdue for
Your
that.
eyes on
And my
that double
understanding
digits.
that the
There's very few
Centers for
teams that
Disease
rattle off a
Control has
double-digit win
recommended
streak throughout
the
the
use
course
of
of the
masks,
year.
but not
They have that
required it
With that,
because
let's
they
take
don't
a
want to
look at
offend
the
the
hometown
president.
Diamondbacks
As for
lineup
President
card.
Trump, he's
Thoughts,
never been
Dan,
seen
who
in
stands
public
out?
wearing a
Well, Maddie,
mask.
I'm
Trump
excited to watch
administration
David
officials
Paul
pushing
play.
back
He's
against
having a
criticism
really nice
for
season,
refusal
hitting
to
over
wear
300
masks. The
coming
president
into
does
this
not wear a
one. We
mask
all
in
know
public. He
that
did
that's
for
the
just a few
magic number.
short seconds
When
on a
you
trip
hit
to
over
Michigan
300
last
for a
month when news
season,
cameras were
you've
not
got
able to
plenty
shoot video.
to
The
be
vice
proud of.
president
Now
has
we'll
worn a
see if
mask
he
in the
can
past
keep
but
it
does not
up
have
over the
recent
rest of the
appearances.
year.
Fox's
So
David
now to the
Spunt.
plate, Nick
Charges
Ahmed.
leveled against
0-1
4 men
the
who
count.
allegedly tried to topple a statue of former President Andrew Jackson last week, not far from the White House. One of the men is due in court tomorrow. The others are being sought.
And it's
In a
quickly
tweet
0-2.
today, President Trump said the vandalism has completely stopped since the announcement of an executive order aimed at protecting statues.
Nothing in
We're going to
two
have
count
total
and the
lawlessness
pitch.
in our country if
And a
this
swing
continues.
and a
House
misses. They got
Republican
him with the
Debbie
slider there.
Lesko.
2 away.
America's listening
Well,
to
we're all
Fox
hearing his name in
News.
the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3
America's
pitches
ready to get back to
and
work.
send him
But to
packing
win in the
without
new
much
economy,
problem.
you need every advantage to succeed. Smart companies run on NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system.
Stepping
With
in
NetSuite,
now,
you'll have
Patel
visibility
Marte.
control over your financials,
Batting left-handed
HR,
here as he takes a
inventory,
look at strike
e-commerce,
1.
and more.
He comes in
Everything
with that
you need,
average
all
down in the
one place.
240s.
Whether you're doing
11
million
home
or
runs
hundreds of
and the
millions in
RBI
sales,
count at
NetSuite gives
35.
you visibility and control so you can manage every penny with precision. You'll have the agility to compete with anyone. Work
Hard
from
liner
anywhere,
towards
and run
short.
your whole
A
company
leap,
right
but he
from
can't
home.
bring it down.
Join
Base
over
hit.
20,000 companies who trust NetSuite to go faster
Hard
with
bullet
confidence.
single to left field on a
NetSuite
pitch
surveyed
that was
hundreds of
kind of
businesses
middle
and
down
some
in
players
the zone
top
deal.
strategies
He's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitchers over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
In now, David Peralta. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and
No
realize you need a
suspects
gapper
in
to score
Louisville,
this guy
Kentucky,
from first.
following a
If
deadly
nothing
shooting
less,
during a
pass
protest.
the baton to
This
the guy
woman was
behind you and
there.
keep the
There
line
was
moving.
one pop, and then there was a hesitation. I don't know how long, whether it was
On the ground to second for Torres.
And then there was like pop, pop, pop.
Police say one person
Go
was
on to
killed,
Muncie
another was
Gesson,
hurt.
and with
People
that,
have been
they'll
gathering
end
for
the inning.
weeks in Jefferson Square Park to
One left
protest
for
the
the
police deaths of
Diamondbacks.
George
They're on
Floyd
the short
and
end of
Breonna
a
Taylor.
1-0
The
score.
barrier surrounding a protest zone in Seattle could come down today, but that doesn't mean demonstrators camped out there will leave. They want police funding reduced by 50%.
And that'll bring
Protesters
up
in New
Gleyber
York
Torres.
that are camped
They'll
out
get
near
us
City
started in the
Hall
top.
also for police. Anti-police sentiment has been growing since the police
Ready
death
with
of
the
George
first
Floyd
pitch.
in
Here it
Minneapolis, and that could be a reason why so
Well
many
behind
officers
that
are
fastball.
leaving
It's
the
a
force.
swinging
The
strike.
NYPD tells Fox
Some guys
News
are
some
great low ball
272
hitters, but most
officers
guys,
filed for
especially
retirement
guys with pop
between
like
Floyd's
this,
death
they're
and June
hunting for the ball
23rd.
belt
It's a
high and above.
49%
So that was a
increase from the
nicely
same time
spotted
last year.
fastball
The
down in
blue
the zone.
wave of
Behind
retirements
0-2
coming
now.
amid increasing tensions in New York City and other states
probably throw
to
anything
defund
out
the
there. This
police
guy
as a way of
swing at the
enacting police
Rosenberg,
reform.
throw it up there.
Mayor Bill de Blasio said he'll shift funding from the NYPD budget to social
Swing and a
services.
miss on a
Some
ball
have put
way
that
out of the
figure
zone,
at $1
and
billion.
there's one away.
Hundreds
It's
of police
always
officers
nice to
have been
keep a guy
injured
that
in
has good
protests and
wheels
rioting
off
across
base,
the city
and
in
that's just
recent
what they
weeks.
did right there.
Police
Big
union officials
strikeout,
have said
keep that guy
morale among the NYPD is at an all-time low. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
First shot for him here as he he
Whereas
enters play,
police say a
currently
woman
leading the
set
senior
fire to a
circuit in
million-dollar
batting.
mansion
What a
while trying to
powerhouse
destroy
season in the
documents
top
from her
10 in
husband's
home
healthcare
runs
clinic.
and
That's
runs
according to
batted in.
prosecutors who
He's
say the couple
also
submitted
one of the
bogus
most
claims
feared
for
hitters
physical
in all of
therapy and
baseball.
other services. Prosecutors also
So
say
it's a
Mark
one-out
Cooper
base
lured
knock for him
patients
here in the
back
second.
with
Good time to
opioids.
check out the
Couples
league
pleaded not
leaders in
guilty.
hits. And
I'm
as you see there, he's sitting in second place in the National League in that department.
America's ready to get back to work. But to win in the new economy, you need every advantage to succeed. Smart companies run on NetSuite by Oracle.
Digging in, Miguel Sano. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race.
Yeah, he's blasted 4 home runs in his last 10 games,
From
too.
ABC
And he's
News
got
Radio
that
Hourly
power stroke
Newscast
working
at
right now.
9:04
This
a.m.
guy's an
today.
absolute nightmare to opposing pitcher. Power to all fields.
From
He'll
ABC
take
News.
that ball away and drive it for
I'm Brian
opposite field
Clark.
power.
Face masks in public should be
Big
mandated by the
swing, but
federal
he just
government.
gets a
That's
piece of
according
it.
to House
Strike
Speaker
one.
Nancy Pelosi, who
This is a
slammed
tough
the
guy
Trump
to turn 2
administration's
on. It's got to
handling
be
of the
hit hard. If you're an
COVID-19
infielder,
pandemic
you've got
on
to catch it and
ABC's
get rid
This
of it
Week.
quickly.
We are at 4% of the world's population. We are 25% of the
Muncy
cases
leads
and the
off
deaths.
first with 1 away.
25%. We have the worst record of any country in the world. And the president...
Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw.
She said President Trump should wear a
Way
face
late, and
covering.
he's in there
Masks are
easily at
encouraged, but
second.
not mandatory for Vice President Mike Pence's speech today in Dallas, Texas, seeing a large increase in cases. This is ABC's Kana Whitworth.
He takes one
Overnight
off
in
the
San
inside
Antonio,
corner for
officials
ball 2.
urging residents to
That
stay
hook
at
stayed
home
up in
after
the
the
zone.
city
You can
reported
see he
its
struggled with that
highest number
curveball
of
early.
cases in a
He's trying to
single
find that
day.
release
And in
point with his
Harris County,
off-speed
home
pitches.
to the
Let's see if he
hurricane
can
city
find
of
the feel
Houston,
for that thing
officials
moving
there are
forward.
sounding the alarm. The county upgraded to a level 1 threat.
Now the
Code
2-1
Red.
pitch.
Leaders there urging the governor to go further and allow them to issue yet another stay-at-home order.
Florida today reporting
Dodgers
more than
have the early
8,500 new
1-0
cases,
advantage
almost
as we play the
1,000 less,
second.
though, than yesterday. On Twitter, President Trump says he, the Vice President, and White House Chief of
And
Staff
he
were
lays
never
off a
briefed or
pitch
told
off the
about
plate
Russian
and high,
intelligence
3-2.
offering bounties on U.S. troops in Afghanistan.
Nunez,
The
the
New
number
York
8
Times
hitter
reported.
here, waits
Also on
deck.
Twitter, he retweeted a video where one of his supporters can be heard chanting "White Power," a racist statement. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, the only black Republican
for
in
the
the Senate,
punch-out
told
and the
CNN the
offering.
president should
And
take
that
down that
misses
video.
ball
If you watch the entire
So with
video,
one out,
you
that'll at
can't
least
play
set
it
up
because it was
the
a
double play
profanity laced. The
possibility here
entire
that could
thing was
get them out
offensive.
of the
Certainly
inning.
the comment about the white power was offensive. There's no question. I mean, we could play politics with it or we can't. I'm not going to. I think it's indefensible. We should take it down. That's what I think.
Lawmakers in Mississippi could vote today to decommission the state
comes in
flag
as a
with its
player to watch out
Confederate
for, hitting
insignia.
well over
You're
300
listening
on the season.
to ABC News.
4-1.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly
From
down the
NBC
line.
Nightly
If they
News
want to
at
turn 2,
6:04
they're going to
p.m.
have to be
yesterday.
almost perfect.
We get support
First
from
and
Checks
second
and
now,
Balance,
one man out.
a podcast from The Economist about the 2020 elections and the road to power in America.
That evens it up,
Each
1-1.
week, John Trudeau, The Economist's U.S. editor, explores a big theme shaping the race for the White House and digs into the history of presidential
Look, now the
politics
pitch.
to explain what's going on today. Economist correspondents from across the U.S. and around the world join him to talk through the ideas and the data to take a view without taking sides. I've been reading The Economist for a while now, and the podcast is a fantastic companion to the kind of reporting they do in the magazine. I especially appreciate the
We see a lot of that
global
pitch in
perspective
strikeout
of
situations these days.
So for a
What makes it
global
so
view on
effective?
democracy in America, subscribe to The Economist Checks and Balance
That
podcast.
fastball up looks so
That's Checks and
enticing to
Balance.
hit that you
With
think
a
you
global
see that
view of
ball
democracy in
as a hitter,
America
you think
and
you can drive it,
extraordinary
but it's
elections.
really hard to
Subscribe
get on
and
top
listen
of that
free
good
on
high
Apple
hard
Podcasts,
fastball.
Acast, and where
There's
your
a
podcasts.
fastball well off the plate inside. Twos all
Breaking
over
news
the
tonight,
place.
the
2
record
on,
rise
2
in
out, and
COVID
of course,
cases. The
here in
U.S.
inning
hits a
number
new
2.
daily high, and so does Florida. Nearly 10,000 cases in that state in just one day. Texas and
The
Florida
set
now
and the
reversing
1-0.
some of the reopenings.
Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
Hey, that's the modern game right now.
Beaches in
North,
Miami
south.
set to
Elevate
close
that high
again.
fastball
And what the
bury
Texas
stuff in the
governor
dirt.
wishes
We
he'd done differently.
from the east-west
Arizona
we came
pushing
up
the
playing.
limits, not
Long
reversing
run for the
course
center
in its
fielder.
reopening,
He
even as
tracks
some
it down,
hospitals
and
fill
that
up
will
and
end
residents
the
wait
inning.
in line for
Dodgers
hours in
strand a couple.
105-degree heat
Played
to
an
get
inning and a
tested.
half. It's
The
1-0.
super spreading events behind the new outbreaks packed bars. The new science on how they are driving the
Here's
outbreak.
Eduardo Escobar.
Calls
Past
for
history
justice
with
rallies
Lucas
today for
Giolito.
Elijah
Just 3
McClain,
for
who
14.
died after a
He's also
violent
been a
encounter with
strikeout
the
victim
police.
6
The
times.
outrage after the officers involved were reassigned to desk duty for their own protection. protection. Back to school, an exclusive look at how Notre Dame plans to bring students back in August.
No balls
They're
in one
cutting
strike.
class sizes in half. And Southern discomfort, the giant dust cloud blanketing the South, where it's heading next.
Wind up and the 0-1.
This is NBC Nightly News with Jose Diaz-Balart.
Good evening, I'm Kate Snow in for Jose. Tonight we have passed yet another milestone in this country as today the number of coronavirus cases topped 2.5 million. That includes more than 125,000 deaths. And tonight much of the focus is on southern and western states where cases are mounting. These 24 states seeing daily cases increasing. Governors are finding themselves having to reverse reopening rules. And today the Trump campaign announced campaign appearances by the vice president planned for Arizona and Florida will be postponed. We have reporters across the country again tonight. We begin with Sam Brock in Miami.
Tonight, another record-breaking milestone for Florida. Nearly 10,000 cases in a single day, on the heels of 9,000 the day before.
Into the windup.
The surging numbers and positivity rates, prompting the mayor of Miami-Dade to close the beaches from July 3rd to 7th.
If you do close down the beaches for the July 4th holiday, what would the potential outcomes be?
Look, what we've seen in other holidays like Memorial Day, 2 weeks later we see a spike. So this is something to stop that.
Not everyone
now batting.
That decision.
For me, to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second.
Athletic, eat healthy, work out. You know, I'm not worried about it.
Honestly, I just think it's all
overshift here. Now the
politics
pitch.
in the end.
As the number of cases spikes, testing in some areas blocks long. In the last 2 weeks, more than 10% of all tests in Florida coming back positive. With young people in particular driving those higher rates, Governor Ron DeSantis ordered bars across the state shut down.
Back with more Monday Night Baseball following
I
this.
had to, walk up to them and say, unfortunately, we're not allowed to continue serving you.
Standing in, Jacob Amaya, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
And go about your business.
Florida also a potential liability for professional sports. The NBA preparing to return in Orlando next month. The league announcing it's tested around 300 players and 16 have COVID-19. Though they'll be isolated and have to test negative twice in more than hours to return. Texas taking an even more aggressive stance. Governor Greg Abbott closing bars and reducing capacity at restaurants after infection rates hit double digits. Abbott telling KVIA.
If I could go back and redo anything, it probably would have been to slow down the opening of bars.
This, as the Houston area has already reached 100% ICU bed capacity. This bunch for care extending to other parts of the state, too.
Get that front foot down early and get ready or he's going to throw it right by you.
Why could you just let my loved one sit
pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
And where do we need to go?
For families impacted by Texas immigration detention centers, judge ordering children held for more than 20 days must be released by the middle of next month, describing conditions in those facilities as on fire with COVID, a virus invading all areas of society, forcing new and immediate action with human life hanging in the balance.
And Sam joins us now from Miami Beach. Sam, what happens if cases continue to surge in Florida?
In South Florida, the mayor of Miami-Dade County is describing this as a reverse reopening. You would start with the beach closures so far. Beyond the July 4th holiday, then gyms, salons, dance studios, and eventually even restaurants if necessary.
And that'll find its way into center field for a
Sam Brock for us in Florida. Sam, thank you. Another COVID hotspot, Arizona. Today, cases are surging and testing sites are overwhelmed. But the state is sticking to its reopening plan, and doctors there are increasingly anxious about what happens next. Well, is in Phoenix.
Run. It's going to be a bit of a wait. We're currently on hold, okay? We want to make sure we have enough prep for everyone.
And it skips in as he steals the bag
hitting a record number of new cases. The state is one of the worst coronavirus hotspots in the country.
A runner on second base.
Jasmine's mother, Lorena, is one of over 20,000 new cases this week. Despite the staggering numbers, the governor resisting, adding new restrictions, but urging people to stay home.
when we talk about the idea that we want to save lives and save livelihoods.
All
this will demand protesting
not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
And to me, they just can't let guys get lead like that, especially knowing that the guy behind the plate isn't known for his arm. Here he spikes third, and they just kind of
want to make it as easy and convenient as possible. It's not going to resolve itself overnight.
Hit high and deep out to left center field.
To secure a time slot at any of his nearby testing locations.
You can kiss it goodbye.
I have diabetes. I'm scared to death. This could be the end of it.
Sometimes people have to wait multiple days to even find a testing slot.
So a two-run shot to left center, his second home run of the game, and the Dodgers
are now on the
taken
brink.
a 3-0
ICU
lead.
beds built to 87% capacity.
Well, he's given up 2 long
Dr.
balls in
Natasha
just 2
Booyah
1/3
giving
innings of
this
work.
dire
So
warning.
it seems as
I'm
though
really
they might
worried
have
about
his
where
number
this is
here.
going in Arizona.
Not sure how much
I think
more the
people are
manager
starting
wants
to
to
take
see.
it seriously,
He needs to turn it
but
around
we
quick
are seeing
if he
this
wants to
surge
stay in this one
cases.
for a
We're
while.
not seeing it slow down.
Vaughn joins us now from Phoenix. Vaughn, why did the vice president cancel his campaign appearances in Arizona and in Florida next week?
Cody Bellinger at the plate now.
That's right, Kate. An official now saying it's out of an abundance of caution, but that the vice president still expects to meet with the governors and local officials about the coronavirus.
So just the campaign appearances canceled. Vaughn, thank you. In their latest briefing, the White House task force linked these surges that we're seeing to younger adults going out in crowds. There's new science tonight on just why bars can be such super spreading events. Dasha Burns reports.
As restrictions lift, the bars are back and they're packed. Big crowds in states like Florida, Arizona, and Texas.
Nothing
where COVID cases are on the rise, primarily among young people. In Miami-Dade County, the number of known coronavirus cases among 18 to 34-year-olds increased fivefold in just 1 month. Communities are now tracing these outbreaks back to bars and restaurants. 21-year-old Adriana Carter in San Marcos, Texas, went out for a few drinks with friends.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right
really
here.
long,
Didn't happen,
week.
but the cat
What
and mouse
harm
game
could that do,
continues
you know? Just one night.
The fastball is let go.
And came home with COVID, passing it on to her roommate. The rise in cases is coinciding with a rise in spending. Data from Chase Bank shows that millennials spent more money last month than any other age group. Health experts say places like bars are a perfect storm for transmission.
People in close proximity, poor air circulation,
line drive to left.
People not wearing masks or having to take their masks off, drink, eat.
This video shows what happens when two people are talking. As one person speaks, particles enter the air, and if they carry the virus, it could spread. The college town of Iowa City has seen an uptick in COVID cases since bars reopened without crowd restrictions.
I definitely wasn't taking it seriously.
Ahmed has it. Second for one.
Jacob Hansel, a student at the University of Iowa, says he was exposed when he shared a Juul with others at a friend's house. Would you change your behavior now, Kate? The effects of it all?
We played 2.5.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, if we just wore masks, spaced out a little bit farther, and not shared a Juul.
A striking example that one night out is all it takes. Dasha Burns, NBC News, Iowa City, Iowa.
Tonight, the White House is responding to an alarming new report that Russia secretly offered bounties for the deaths of U.S. troops overseas. Kelly O'Donnell has laid details.
First pitch on its way.
Tonight, a stunning claim that Putin put a bounty on American soldiers is ratcheting up pressure on President Trump.
Early, but
and
it's
his relationship with the Russian leader. Set off by this story from the New York Times that a Russian military intelligence unit offered bounties on the lives of American soldiers in Afghanistan to Taliban-linked militants. The Times writes that U.S. officials concluded the rewards were offered last year, but it's unknown if 20 American deaths there were connected. NBC News has not confirmed this reporting. Tonight, the White House offered its first response, stating neither the president nor the vice president were briefed on the alleged Russian bounty intelligence. Joe Biden made it an issue today.
His entire presence has been a gift to Putin, but this is beyond the pale. It's betrayal of most sacred duty.
1-1 pitch.
Former U.S. Ambassador to Russia, Michael McFaul, calls this a dire turning point.
That is a radical escalation of his belligerence towards the United States. And I think if it's true, demands a very firm response.
And the top House Republican on the Foreign Relations Committee has a stern message for President Trump that if the bounty report is accurate, the administration must take swift and serious action to hold the Putin regime accountable. President Trump has long urged a drawdown of U.S. forces in Afghanistan.
No doubt about this one. Watch it fly.
We want to bring them back home.
Denials coming from the Taliban and the Russian Foreign Ministry. It's called the bounty reporting nonsense. Kelly O'Donnell, NBC News, the White House.
Solo shot for Starling.
There's an unusual weather event blanketing the south this weekend. It's a massive dust cloud that started in Africa and is now making a mess right here in the U.S. Kathy Park has details.
Tonight, a massive cloud of dust is on the move, and it's choking parts of the South this weekend, from Florida beaches to Texas skylines. Nicknamed Godzilla for its size, the monster weather event hasn't happened in half a century. This photograph from space shows it leaving the Sahara Desert a week ago, traveling 5,000 miles, coating the Atlantic, Caribbean, and Gulf of Mexico with a layer of dry, dusty air. A normally sunny day in Puerto Rico turned hazy. The dust also darkened skies in Cuba. The tiny particles leading to poor air quality and threatening those with respiratory issues. In COVID-19 hotspots like Houston, the air pollution is mixing with the pandemic. But there is a bright spot with this phenomenon. Spectacular sunsets after a day filled with dust. Kathy Park, NBC News.
Up next, calls for justice. New rallies today against the police following the death of a young black man in Colorado. Also, an NBC News exclusive behind the scenes as one major university shows us what they're doing to reopen safely.
Hit sharply but foul down the right side.
We're back with an historic.
The Meet the Press Chuck Toddcast. It's an insider's take on politics, the 2020 election, and more. Candid conversations with some of my favorite reporters on things we usually discuss.
That turns out to be a good take on that front door breaking ball, but you have to wonder if that pitch is bubbling.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side.
83% of her patients don't have
the Diamondbacks do get one back courtesy of this solo home run. We played 3 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the D-backs 1.
The importance of music is to keep our spirits up.
Into America, a podcast about everyday people and the power that politics, policy, and the pandemic had shaping our lives. New episodes every Monday and Thursday.
For a vote in Mississippi today, lawmakers in the state house and the Senate there voted to push ahead with legislation to remove the Confederate emblem from the state flag. The bill is expected to pass and be signed by the governor. Mississippi is the last state in the country with that imagery on its state flag. In New Jersey, Princeton University announced today it is removing Woodrow Wilson's name from buildings on that campus, citing the former president's racist thinking and policies. Tonight, renewed outrage following the death of another young black man stopped by police. Protesters took to the streets, demanding more action be taken against the police involved in the incident. David Girl reports from Aurora, Colorado.
Tonight, protesters calling for change and charges.
I think more needs to happen.
Hundreds marching in front of the police department and municipal building in Aurora, Colorado, demanding justice for Elijah McClain, who died after police detained him last August. Late yesterday, police say 3 officers involved were moved to non-enforcement duties, reassigned for their own safety.
They should not have jobs at this particular point. And like I said, charges need to be brought up against them because it was murder.
An internal investigation had found that the officers followed all proper protocols. The governor has now started a new independent investigation. McClain was 23 years old, heading home from a neighborhood convenience store. You can see him in this newly obtained surveillance footage.
It was always his juice and his snacks.
So now to the
plate, on the counter and then buy with cash mostly, and then give us out before leaving the store.
After he left, he was walking and dancing, wearing a ski mask. Someone thought that was suspicious and called 911.
Stop! I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious.
The police stopped him and pinned him down using a chokehold. During the struggle, paramedics injected Elijah with ketamine, a sedative. He died a few days later in the hospital.
He deserves justice.
He's 1 ball, no strikes.
They murdered my friend. And nothing happened. They got to go back to work.
In recent weeks, the state of Colorado has passed some sweeping new police reforms. They were signed into law by the governor on June 10th.
100% of legislation is in direct relationship to cases that happen in Colorado, including Elijah McClain.
And many people here hope this will lead to prosecutions. David Gura, NBC News, Aurora, Colorado.
Before the 2-1 pitch.
Still ahead for us, back to school. An inside look at the steps one university is taking with the aim of bringing students back safely. Plus a remarkable reunion. My conversation with this pair
down the right
40
field line
years after their life-saving
and
encounter.
He's going to make the catch. And he pays
way back, a look at how communities are preparing to live with this pandemic. Tonight, an NBC News exclusive look at the big plans one major university has for getting students back on campus safely. Rahema Ellis reports.
Notre Dame, the famed Catholic university in Indiana, now taking steps to reopen.
And you feel you can manage the risks?
I think we can. In fact, I'm confident we can.
University President Father John Jenkins is confident of the new safety protocols and guided by advice from Johns Hopkins and Cleveland Clinic. Among the changes, daily temperature checks starting with an early opening on August 10th.
They're going to stay here right till the end, right till Thanksgiving, and then we're going to send them away. So we don't have the kind of going away and returning that we usually have for a normal semester.
54,000 new signs encouraging students prone to close contact to keep their distance and stay, and wear masks.
And coming forward is the switch-hitting outfielder,
protocols.
So it'll be hard for a student to say they didn't see the sign.
Take my word for it, downsizing classrooms.
It's crowded in here.
That's how it
Ready
is.
To deliver. Here's the first pitch.
When students return,
lifted down the line and
half
left.
as many desks.
And in the university's 80 chapels, cutting capacity in half.
So even when you pray,
fortunately, he'll hold on at first with just a single.
This dining hall for 725 students will be reduced by 70%.
How many people per table?
Each table is 12. It will be a maximum of 4 in the new configuration.
In the dorms, still 2 to a room, but more deep cleaning.
Change is even coming here for the Fighting Irish. They're still working out the exact numbers, but they know for sure it won't be 80,000 fans.
80% of his first
If
pitches
there
are
is
strikes.
an
He might be able to
infection
go
on
the distance if he
what
keeps
will
this
you do?
up.
Our contact tracing team will kick in to identify those who might have been in close contact with that person. We have isolation and quarantine space.
But not everyone is convinced. Political science professor Eileen Hunt wants to continue online learning instead. Do you think it's worth the risk to reopen campus?
It is not worth the risk, and it's not anybody's decision but the individuals to assess that risk.
If for whatever reason they're anxious, so they have a special health condition.
So base is empty now after the double play.
Rooted in
standing
faith
in
and
is the
guided by
veteran third
science,
baseman
one
Eduardo
university moving
Escobar.
forward to bring students
Infield
back.
shifted well to the
Rahema
right. Here's the
Ellis,
first
NBC
pitch.
News,
Lifted
Notre
the other
Dame,
way
Indiana.
to left center.
So interesting to see those plans when we come
and
back.
The inning is
Mystery
over.
solved.
D-backs are down on 4 pitches. And this is still a 4-1
the
ball
hero
game.
who saved her life. There's good news tonight about heroes and homecomings. Throughout the COVID crisis, we've brought you stories of firefighters honoring healthcare workers. Well, it was one of those moments in New York recently that led a visiting nurse to finally find the firefighter.
He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. Peralta going back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Everything for Deirdre Taylor.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball and he flies out
37
deep
years
on the
ago
first pitch
when
of
she
the
was
inning.
rescued from a fire one icy December night in New York City. Why did you keep that newspaper?
Ready to take his hacks again. Austin Meadows.
Part of my
He'll look
history,
to follow up the
you know.
two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game.
When she
His
got a
last
chance to
at-bat is
volunteer
second
on the
home run of the
COVID
game.
front lines
We'll
at
see
a
if
New
they'll
York
pitch him a
hospital
little bit more
recently,
carefully in
she
this
carried
inning.
the clipping
And
from
he'll
her
whip
home in
this one over
Virginia.
to first, and he
And one
gets
day
his
she
man for
mentioned
the
it to
second
some
out.
New York firefighters.
They put me in touch with the captain, and when I mentioned Eugene's name, he knew exactly who I was talking
So
about.
bases are empty here with 2 gone.
I will say, I feel like my
Cody
heart kind of
Bellinger.
skipped a beat
Gene is retired New York City firefighter Eugene Puglisi.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Never forgot that night.
And that's taken for strike one.
And it might be time for this guy to start mixing his pitches up a little bit better. He's pitching poorly, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage at over 70%. This team batting has a pretty good idea what his game plan is.
And then on this Zoom call with us.
That day, I
change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
And at 75 years old, and what's all going on in this world right now, it's been wonderful.
What brought the tears?
The whole thing, that this young woman who is now, the legacy is carried on because of both of us good fortune.
This is high in the air out toward left center.
She found me, and knock on wood.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning.
Yeah, it was a really special phone call. Just having the opportunity to say thank you.
A reunion that never would have happened if it weren't for the pandemic.
Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Walkman.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Tori Lavello about the Diamondbacks' offensive
special
production.
To meet them. Deirdre and Gene plan to meet in person when it's safe, and maybe even catch a Yankees game. They're both lifelong fans. That is NBC Nightly News on this Saturday on Kate Snow. I'll be back with you again tomorrow. Stay safe and have a good night.
He said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Christian Walker.
Hey, it's Chris Hayes. This week on my podcast, Why Is This Happening? I'll be talking with legendary civil rights lawyer Charlene Eiffel about this moment in the struggle for racial equality.
When people become awakened to
There's a strike at the
issues
knees,
of injustice and race, and very often people feel kind of overwhelmed. And so what they're looking for when they ask you what to do is the thing that will solve it and take the knot out of their stomach. But there's a knot in my stomach every day, and has been
Action now
since
in the
I was
Arizona
22 years
bullpen
old.
as they have a
So I don't
right-hander
know how
up
to
in
take the
front.
knot out of your stomach, and that's not my job. And actually, if you are an active, responsible citizen who is justice-minded in a society that is deeply unequal and unjust, then you should have a knot in your stomach.
For the first out.
That's this week on Why Is This Happening?
So
Search
yet
for Why Is This
another
Happening
strong
wherever you're
outing
listening
for him
right
tonight
now.
as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. At the plate, Stephen Vogt. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter number 15, second baseman, Vargas.
In now, Ildemaro Vargas. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and off the bat, he had to think he had extended his hitting streak. Luckily, he has another chance to keep it going right here.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Oh, and 2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 1-2. Into right field. That's a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Think about that. You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
Circle change there, called strike one. We'll check in with an average still south of 230. 2 home runs and 7 driven in. The 0-1 on its way. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. 1 left for Arizona. They trail it 4-1. Corbin Martin takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 48, Corbin.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Torres. First pitch coming. Here it is.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now back, the first baseman, Matt Muncy.
Next up for Los Angeles, Max Muncy, a hit in 2 tries so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Four runs, 7 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that just misses the pool as it's off the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This guy's been producing at the plate all year long, and this at bat is no different. He's probably surprised it didn't leave the yard after the season he's having, but he'll just have to settle for a double.
Here's Miguel Sano. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And a long run, but he gets there, and that's good range in the outfield as there are 2 gone. Ready for another shot now. Dom Nunez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
So here now is the pitcher, Lucas Giolito. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. That's in there. Base hit. Muncy ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. Safe at the plate as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Boy, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You're facing the opposing pitcher, and you give up a 2-out RBI.
I got to believe he's contemplating retirement. A 2-out not given up to the opposing pitcher.
Listen, as a pitcher, you hate to give up base hits, but you doubly hate to give up base hits to the opposing pitcher.
Stepping in now, Jacob Amaya. Lifted in the air out to right. Marte on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits here for L.A. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Dodgers out in front, 5-1. Starling Marte will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Jesus.
One and one.
1-1.
Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. The 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Nick Ahmed will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. Now at the plate, Nick Ahmed. First offering on its way. And he gets ahead 0-1.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning. Maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
At the plate now, Ketel Marte. That's a strike to throw down. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Runner at second here with 1 man out. On a line, that's a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Dero, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Standing in now, David Peralta, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. In his career, Peralta has a batting line residing in the 290s, looking to boost that even higher here. A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
1 run, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. This one's down to third. Oh, he makes the stop to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. seventh inning ready to roll. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Brandon Lau. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Whoa, that's back.
And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number one.
Now batting, the center fielder, Austin Meadows.
Austin Meadows will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard up the middle. There is Ahmed. And there are two away now.
Now batting, the right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
So striding forward now, Cody Bellinger. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit. So the top of the seventh isn't over yet after the two-out base hit. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They're up 5-1. Eduardo Escobar standing in. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
The third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Sano in foul ground. He's got it one away.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Stepping up to the plate, Christian Walker. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. Hard hit ball to short. So gets him 2 down. So digging in now, Stephen Vogt. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Vogt's in a hole, 0-2 to him.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Yanked high and deep down the line in right, and it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
That's outside.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
The 1-2.
That's out.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Lau's got it, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. They're down here 5-1. Ready to begin the 8th, and set to go is the second baseman, Torres. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Hit sharply, but foul down the right side. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Up next is the Dodgers.
Now to the plate, Max Muncy. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next. Strike one to start the at-bat. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And a pitch out. Nothing doing though, and that's ball one. To the bag, and he'll dive back in. Now the 1-1 pitch. This one skied out toward right. Marte is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
The catcher, number 3.
Digging in, Dom Nunez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Went after the high one there. A swing and a miss. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fouled straight back, and that got up here to the press box. The 1-2 fouled away. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for LA. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Ready now, Ildemaro Vargas. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Jose Arena is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
For Los Angeles, number 62, Jose Arena.
First delivery to him on the way. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Now the pitch. Fouled off.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
And that's the first down. Final line there for the Dodgers starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help for the bullpen to close this one out.
Kevin Cron will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Hit the other way out toward right field. Giving chase is Bellinger. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Digging in next will be Starling Marte. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
First pitch on its way. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They're down 5-1. Hector Rondon enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Gio Urshela will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Ripped down the first base line. He's got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Striding in once again, Jacob Amaya. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. The pitch. One out, nobody on. swing and a line drive. Foul. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
In now, Brandon Lau. As he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Marte is under it. And that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They're up 5-1. New pitcher set to take over now. It's the right-hander Sergio Romo that gets the call.
Sergio Romo.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And stepping up as the shortstop, Nick Ahmed. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Bellinger is there, and that is a big first out here to start inning number 9.
The center fielder, number 4, Ketel.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Slow grounder to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, no left fielder, Gilbert.
Ready for another chance. David Peralta. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And that misses 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Arizona down to its last strike. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And another foul ball. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
First offering. Eduardo Escobar is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Peralta rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they now trail by only 3.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Roberto Osuna comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth. From the stretch, Christian Walker is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Walker possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. 2 balls and a strike now. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he'll squeeze this one for the final out, and the Dodgers will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Man, I don't care who you roll out there against these guys. That's 10 wins in a row for them, so they feel like they could beat anybody in the league right now, and they're making it look awfully easy too.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Dodgers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Lucas Giolito earns his 12th victory in the ball game. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
For tonight, first for the victorious Dodgers, 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers racked up 11 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 5-2. They stayed hot with their 10th in a row. The Rockies combined to allow only 4 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 3-1. The San Francisco Giants pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they manhandled the Mets 9-1. The Phillies got 18 hits as they pulverized the Braves 11-2. The Cardinals pounded out 17 hits in this one as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-8. Colin Moran drove home 3 runs, helping lead the Pirates to victory over the Nationals 4-2. The Blue Jays totaled 11 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 3-1. The Yanks got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Orioles 9-4. The Chi Sox held their opponent to just 2 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 5-1. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the visiting Red Sox 7-2. The Rangers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 7-2. Max Kepler had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as the Twins were victorious over Houston 8-1. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.